Alright. Hello everyone. I'm here to just give a quick review of the PackJack for my Kawaski Versys. I know in the Kawaski Versys forum I promised to do a quick review of this since I know some people thought it was going to be a good idea, especially for adventure biking when you need to lift your rear wheel off the ground pretty quickly with something that's more compact that you could bring with you. So real quick, comes in small little package. I worked directly with Greg Hunt, who you can email directly from the PackJack website through the form that's there. At least that's the method I used. It was pretty great. Greg actually conversed with me back and forth about 4 times. I did this because I read on the forum that there was a adjustable model that I should order for the Kawaski Versys since it's a little bit bigger. Turns out that was the case, so that's the one I ordered, and that's the one I received. Although you can't order it directly on the website, Greg just says when he receives your order, he'll just replace it with the adjustable model, and I trust him, and that's what he did. So, it comes in a normal package. I got it shipped from Canada to the United States. It took about 1 week in total for shipping, so could have been a little faster, but no complaints. It came over USPS, so it's really not the fastest method of shipping, but probably the cheapest. So inside, real quick, let's go over what actually came with it. So I already have mine assembled, but basically came in here, as you can see, just has a couple visual pictorials for you on how it works. As you can see here, here's the PackJack label, if you could read it. But basically, on here you'll see it does say the RS adjustable motorcycle prop jack. So the adjustable one is the one we do need because it can get to a larger length. So it comes in here. You'll see that it does come with a carrying case for you. I guess it's nice. It'll keep it from scraping against something else because the entire thing is metal. It does come with a couple direction sheets. To tell you the truth, I just read them kind of quickly. I really just went through it on the website. It's really not too complicated of a device. But basically, I'm going to be using it with the spool. So you could read the directions, but again, they're not too complicated. Essentially, when it comes, everything's going to be separate. So there's really just 2 main metal pieces. You have the silver part, which actually will go against the spool or the rear axle nut. And then you have the base of it, which is really the black piece. Now, it's the adjustable model because if you see there's holes for heights. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So depending on which height you want, they all have different lengths. Just with my initial testing, I found that this third one, so the side with 3 holes, the bottom-most one was the one that worked for me. I tried a couple. This one, again, was the one that worked. So the way to put it together is pretty easy. Just make it so that this piece is overhanging a little bit. I put it on backwards the first time. After I watched the video online, I figured out this was the way it was supposed to go. If you look, there are 2 plastic spacers that kind of go between the silver part and the black part. I think that's just to really keep it from moving back and forth. Installation is pretty simple. You just put it in with the spacers, put the screw through. You don't even have to tighten it up that much as long as it stays. And then it'll just go up and down basically for storage. So now I'll basically show you how it works on the Kawaski Versys. So here is my Versys. Basically to prep it, they didn't give you too much direction, but I just made sure the handlebars were tilted all the way to the left. Obviously it's in neutral, so that I could move the wheel after it's done. So the first thing is kind of placement, and right off the bat I really haven't mastered this yet, so it might take me 1 or 2 times, but basically I have my spool, so you see my black one here. Alright, just as the website does. You're going to kind of place it, you'll see kind of at the back of the spool. And for me, what I found is that I try to get the bottom part almost, in line where I have it on the spool. It'll look a little off balance, like there's a gap here, but when you actually push down on it, it'll even it out. So basically you keep it there. I found that if I keep it there with my hand for a second until I get up, sorry about that, it's a little hard with the camera. What I do is just make sure that it's even here. Start pushing down with my foot just to hold it like that. Make sure you hold the front brake, hold this, and then just press down. Okay. Again, it's a little harder because I'm trying to do the camera, but essentially that's it. And that's about it. Now, I do have it a little bit twisted, so I probably could have got it a little bit better, but you really don't have to worry much because it's hardly lifted off the ground. So that's it. You can release the bike. My wheel is spinning freely, as you can see. So, I could go there and oil the chain pretty easily. Basically, what it's going to do, as you can see here, it's just slightly pushing the bike up on the right side and putting the pressure against the stand. And again, if I can get low here, you'll see it's very hard to see, but it's only off the ground by maybe, I don't even know, 1/4 of an inch less, eighth of an inch. So it's pretty good. From as far as sturdy goes, if I give it a little shake here, you'll see it's not really going anywhere. So even if I shake it, you can see it's pretty sturdy. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's really easy to go, and then you could oil your chain on the fly. Now getting it off, a little weird. Doesn't really go as well as the sight does, where it just slowly comes off. It really just pops off. So you just want to make sure your foot's kind of clear. Bring your toe between the wheel and the mechanism. Hold your front brake. That's what I've been doing just to make sure. And then just push it back a little bit. Just like that. Now it's on the rear stand, or not the rear stand, the normal stand. And that's about it. You're pretty much good to go. And you can back it up. So again, as a demo, obviously you want to make sure that your stand is all the way down. Want to make sure it's in the forwardmost position. And again, if I was to do this from scratch, put it on, make sure it's as level as possible. You don't have to go too crazy. Put your foot there to hold it for a second. Hold the front brake, grab it, and push down. It really doesn't take that much effort with your foot. Let the brake go. It'll even itself out a little bit. That's about it. And I gotta say, it really works wonders. Looking forward to this because I am moving to a smaller place. Don't have a garage, so storing a rear stand, there's not going to be much room for it. So to have something that I could just put, on a shelf and takes up almost no room, just to do simple, chain lubing jobs, really kind of excites me. So there you go. That's my extremely quick view at the PackJack for the Kawaski Versys. But again, with the adjustable model, you'd have really no problem kind of tailoring it towards perhaps your cruiser or your sport bike if it's a little bit smaller. And that's about it. So I hope everybody had a good review. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I'll try to answer. Thanks.